There are more than 175,000 seniors living in the Coachella Valley, and about 12% of them are living at the poverty level, relying heavily on places you're about to see, senior centers. They rely on these centers not just for fun and socialization, yes, but also for critical needs such as their food every single day. We're taking a closer look now at these places, how you can help support them, and how they support seniors in our Coachella Valley every single day. I'm your host, Bianca Rae. Welcome to The Pulse. The Cathedral City Senior Center is mighty, but small, and they're the first to say that they need help. I think you have these high-profile organizations like Mizell and Joslin Center that have the names and maybe the prestigious locations behind them, Palm Desert, Palm Springs, so they just naturally get a lot of support from donors and all of that. The Cathedral City Senior Center, as I've learned, does not have as much financial support and needs it because they, interestingly, are not just a senior center, but they're a community center for people of all ages. So, yeah, I don't think it's bad to say, and I think they'll be the first to say, they clearly were the first to say, that they need more help and they need more support because they do important work, they just need a little bit more backing. I lived in the desert for nearly a decade, and I admit I don't know that much about the Cathedral City Senior Center, which I think is a testament to why this conversation is so important. And people need to know about this special place nestled in the kind of the center of the desert, yes?
Yes, and thank you for helping us get the word out. Yeah. We have people that live right up in the cove that drive by us every day, didn't know we were here.
Yeah. I think all the stuff that we do can be boiled down into really three areas or three problems that we solve.
Yeah,
and the first one is we create community. We end isolation by bringing people here to, to play bingo, bunco, mahjong, all sorts of different things. We keep minds and bodies active. That's our second one. So we have fitness programs. We have a partnership with Eisenhower Health. They do their Parkinson's in Motion program here. And then the third thing we do is we provide nutrition. We end hunger. That's a lofty goal, but we try to end hunger and provide people with nutrition, and then access to social services. So we serve up to 400 people every Monday at our food bank. And it's we're known for our personalized shopping experience.
Very dignified.
So you don't come and just get a bag of groceries. We set up a Trader Joe's in that room, and people can walk in and just pick everything they want. So it's really a great experience.
We know food insecurity is such a big problem in California, let alone, of course, here in the desert. Yeah. And I find it very interesting to learn the relationship between all the senior centers in the desert. You have the three nonprofits, right? Mizell, Joslin, and Cathedral City Senior Center, and many other wonderful senior centers too. But I understand you rely on Mizell and these other organizations to help with food. Can you explain that a bit?
Absolutely right.
It's a beautiful marriage between all of the groups.
It is. Sometimes in business, people look at each other as competitors. Not the case here. They are sister organizations, and their commitment to seniors spills over to us. So Mizell provides us with their Meals on Wheels program, and that's something that we are very proud of because you can come here and you can get a warm meal. And we hear countless stories about how people will divide that meal in half, and that would be lunch and dinner. And then once we get them in the door, we can give them a bag of food and a grocery store gift card. And so we can provide so many other services so that their Meals on Wheels program, which we don't have a commercial kitchen, we couldn't provide lunch. It really helps us to reach so many more people and get them more services.
Marge, tell me, what are we doing here? We're selling bingo cards.
We are selling the Drop 40, which is one of the specials that we have. And on this card, you get the numbers that are up on the board are free. If they're lit up, they're free. And then the rest of the numbers the caller will call, and you fill out one of the squares. And when you have that square complete, yell bingo. Yes.
What made you want to start volunteering here? I understand you're doing this just wanting to help.
I started volunteering here, probably about 2008. I came to play bingo only at that time because my husband was ill, and it just gave me a respite to get away, you know, for when he was having his chemo treatments or whatever. And then he passed away in 2014, and this place became my family.
You know, we're trying to highlight different parts of the desert, different resources for seniors, and wanting to show people why it's so important to have that independence, to have that fun, to have those friends. For people maybe that are watching this and, you know, they're alone, but they're afraid to come alone and they don't know anybody, what would you say to them?
I would say to them that isolation is not good for you. You need to be out in the community, either with seniors or doing something that makes you feel happy and not alone. That's what I would say to them.
So people understand why perhaps your organization has some greater need than some of the other ones that might get a lot of donors or support, right?
We call ourselves the Mid-Valley because we stretch from Cathedral City to all the way out to Desert Hot Springs. And the California Healthy Places Index ranks the Mid-Valley 1,247 out of 1,480 cities for quality of life and life expectancy.
And what that means, that California Healthy Places Index in the Mid-Valley, that means that 90% of Californians do better than most of our neighbors here in the Mid-Valley.
Right now,
Thank you for breaking that down, because sometimes statistics are hard to wrap your head around.
Yeah, exactly.
That
And a lot of
staggering.
those people go unseen, right? And like Jeff was talking at our gala Monday night, we see them.
We do.
And that's what we're here for. We're here to provide those services that they need, the people that are going unseen right now.
This Cathedral City Senior Center doesn't just serve seniors, despite its name, which I understand.
Yeah.
It's going to be altered a bit, but you're here for people who need that help in this community. Can you expound on that a bit more?
Exactly right. Because Cathedral City is a working class city. We are a post-Prop 13 city, so we don't have as much tax base to work with for these kinds of services. We're stepping in, and we're getting so much support from our sister organizations, from our own city, the city of Cathedral City, from donors. Now, we don't have million-dollar donors, but we have a ton of $100 donors.
That adds up.
It adds
really
up.
adds up.
We've grown from $200,000 budget to $1.4 million, and we're only halfway to where we really should be. If we're doing our job, we move quite a bit higher on that California Healthy Places Index.
How's everyone doing? So I have not yet fulfilled my dream of being Vanna White, but I inched closer and closer through this episode of The Pulse by getting to call out bingo numbers at the Cathedral City Senior Center. It was very, very fun. And it is competitive there. People take it very seriously. There's big money at stake. I mean, they could win hundreds of dollars. And these are diehard bingo fans that they had their spots, the reserve spots. They had their, color marker, and they were just ready to go. And I just loved seeing them having so much fun.
Everyone's so sweet here, For years I was sitting around after I retired. I wasn't doing anything, and I decided to come and play bingo here. And they said they needed some volunteers, and I said, oh, give me something to do. But now I just can't wait to come here on Thursdays and see everybody and eat and laugh and just have fun.
Anybody getting close? Oh, okay. N43, N43. I know
So isolated.
they say you're supposed to do things that lift up your soul and make you feel better when you left than when you arrived. When you're
Yes.
driving home at the end of the day, what do you feel?
I'm just happy I could do something for the community, and this center gives back so much, and so it just makes me happy that I can do a little bit for somebody.
Well, it sounds like you're doing a lot of it.
I
Thank you,
appreciate
Sydney
it.
Holliday.
Thank you.
Yes. G59. Oh, she. Woo! Congratulations.
Desert Oasis Healthcare, I've learned, really puts its money where its mouth is when it comes to saying it wants to provide resources for its members.
Yep.
A big donor and supporter, of course, of Cathedral City Senior Center.
That's right.
And I understand a lot of your members overlap, yes, between DOHC and your
Yeah,
group?
DOHC provides such excellent services at such low cost. and with such care. We were talking about our personal dignified shopping experience in our food bank. That's the most personal, dignified experience you can have medically. They're great. They also support the community. And it's not just the fact that they gave us tens of thousands of dollars to keep our doors open during COVID or sponsor this, that, or the other. It's that they're a full partner. They show up, they provide vaccinations, bring their mobile clinic, give advice to folks so that so many of our folks would benefit from advantage programs, that sort of thing. They're here for us.